In this, the first episode of Revisiting, we're going to dive back into the Shores of Tripoli by Fort Circle Games. Stay tuned for a quick playthrough of this amazing game here on Legendary Tactics. So I thought I would revisit the Shores of Tripoli. It's been a while since I've played it, and I was able to fire up a game on Rally the Troops. If you haven't tried rallythetroops.com with dashes in between the words, it's a great way to play games like Shores of Tripoli, and they keep adding more and more and more games. It's great. So anyway, we're going to zip through a game here, and so the US player goes first and plays Swedish frigates arrive. That puts the two Swedish frigates in a blockade of Tripoli. So what I do is instead I decide to do a pirate raid anyway. Fortunately, no corsairs were intercepted, and I captured two merchant ships. And my opponent at this point plays early deployment to get another frigate in the Tripoli patrol zone, taking it from the spot in 1802 when it was supposed to arrive. So you can see the panic has set in, I guess, already. I find as the Tripolitan player, which I am, the best thing to do is to try and get your corsairs up to a pretty high level and see if you can push for the end of the game before Himmet's army turns up and all that stuff. So anyway, so I played Murad Reyes breaks out to bring those two corsairs from Gibraltar, and I really should have maybe played that first, to be honest, but I did end up with a couple of merchant ship coins here, so things ended up working out. I'm a little bit rusty. I probably would have played that first if I had my skills up to par. Now the U.S. plays Constantinople demands tribute to return those two coins to the supply. I don't know if I would have played that this early. It's certainly valuable, but I'd rather pull things back from the brink if I can, rather than at this stage. But it definitely took the wind out of my sails a little bit. And then I played the U.S. supplies run low to move an American frigate over to Malta, get it out of the way, which is always a good idea to free up some space for yet another raid. Of course, that was easily countered. The US discards a card to bring a couple more frigates over, and so I decided to play it safe and just add another corsair to Tripoli with a discard. Now my hand actually works out to be pretty good. I've got storms, which is always devastating when there's a lot of frigates in the patrol zone near Tripoli. I've got a card here to add a couple of corsairs real quick. Tunis declares war and the Tunisian corsairs raid, so that means that's going to be something that needs to be dealt with. And the Philadelphia runs aground, yet another thing to disrupt or destroy some of the blockade. I have cards like the Guns of Tripoli. It's a little bit early for that one, I think. So I'm going to be discarding down. We'll get rid of that one. And my opponent, interestingly, builds a gunboat in Malta. To me, I don't know. I'm a big fan of getting as many ships to the patrol zone around Tripoli first, lock that down before I start building gunboats. So it feels like a little bit early to me, but that's fine. I'm going to acquire my corsairs. This maximizes my raiding force now. So again, my reaction would be to blockade Tripoli with everything I got. But the US builds another gunboat in Malta. Now, this does lead to eventually the opportunity to attack Tripoli in a naval battle, and that's fine. Gunboats are great for that, both for absorbing losses and for getting some damage in. But while I have the opportunity, I'm going to definitely do a pirate raid from Tripoli. I had one corsair intercepted, and that meant a massive raid 5 coins, 5 merchant ships gained. Now that was definitely, there was some luck involved with that one, but that was, if I'm the US player right now, I'm hitting the panic button. And the panic button in this case meant a naval battle in Tripoli, and unfortunately the US only got a single hit in that battle. Now again, I have to say, this turn definitely I had some luck. I scored 0 hits, but I'm less concerned with that as it's only going to take out gunboats. So I did take my hit. Anyway, I did a pirate raid right away because all the US boats retreated to Malta, and I was able to get out without being intercepted and picked up another 3 merchant ships. So you can see the pressure's on right away. And this game is not going well. And I still have storms. I still have Philadelphia runs aground. And heck, even US signal books overboard. I've got a really good hand. I really like my cards right now. So the US plays a naval movement to get back into the patrol zone. Very wise. Could lose the game otherwise. And so I tried just to run the Philadelphia aground, and I actually captured it and flipped the frigate to Tripolitan control. And so now we've beefed up our defense in Tripoli as we enter 1803. And as you can see, the game has not gone well. I have gotten lucky. 1802 was a very lucky year for me, no question. I got a lot of great rolls. I'm going to discard a couple cards. And the first move is to burn the Philadelphia with the help of the daring Stephen Decatur. And with the rolls that the US player gets, it sinks my frigate. It does unfortunately reduce my defense and makes my Corsairs vulnerable again. I was debating playing storms here, but I thought I would maybe diversify and put Algiers out there. I have the Algerian attacks card, as well as the I've got Tunis able to declare war. So with the Tunisian Corsairs raid card, so I've got some really good combos. And happy hunting if I can get out there into the open sea there to conduct a raid. Happy hunting will definitely help out with perhaps even finishing the game. Now, the US actually uses Bainbridge supplies intel, pulls back Constantinople demands tribute to reduce me back to 6 coins. Again, probably not a terrible move, as it turns out, and that's fine. We'll let that happen. We're going to declare war with Tunis, and this is essentially setting up a Yusuf Karamanli play. Even if I lose some Corsairs in the intercept out of Tripoli, I'm going to have 6 Corsairs running into the open ocean. There's some really good odds, especially again with happy hunting potentially, or just plain luck. I'm hoping to win this with that. Interestingly, and probably necessarily, the US plays a show of force and moves moves 3 American frigates to end the Algerian force and their uprising there. And so again, leaves Tripoli open for a pirate raid. And so I decided to take my opportunity, and I lose 1 Corsair in the battle. By playing happy hunting, I end up with 3 merchant ships. And again, still feel like I've got the upper hand. The Americans are kind of dancing to my tune. I have Tunis ready to go next turn if I can make it out. And instead, there's a big naval attack. And with a bit of luck, they score 3 hits and I score none. So definitely, look at the roll for the gunboats. They were rolled boxcars. So that was those gunboats came in real handy. Anyway, they wiped out my Tunisian force, and that meant that I was going to definitely pirate raid again. I lost 0 Corsairs, again getting some luck, but I did not get very many merchant ships, just the 1. So I feel that one balanced out. And now we head into 1804. And the spring of 1804, there's another frigate on the loose. I probably would look to attack Tripoli, but if you take a look at my hand, Sweden pays tribute. All things being equal, unless there's some sort of card which basically flips back some coins, it looks like I'm poised to win on the very next card. I did pick up Morocco declares war, as well as 2 Moroccan Corsairs raid. I still have storms in hand. The Algerine Corsairs raid is useless now, but so I could even use Tripoli attacks if I see the opportunity. So there's some really good stuff happening. So we'll see what his next move is. And he plays naval movement to get everything set up for Hamet's army. Again, no big criticism in this case, but we're going to just play Sweden pays tribute for the win. And that's because Sweden leaves and pays us a couple gold. So anyway, I really enjoyed this game. Obviously, I had some really good luck, especially in 1802. And we never really got to the point where Hamet's army even entered the game. But this game plays really quickly on Rally the Troops. It's really fun with the rules enforcement and just the interface. I find it's a really neat way to play the game, and I really recommend it, and recommend Shores of Tripoli in general. Great game by Fort Circle Games. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this first chapter in the Revisiting series that I'm going to be starting up, where I'm going to be playing games that I have played in the past, even on the channel, and just had not played in a while and wanted to take another look. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you here next time on Legendary Tactics.